Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Sunraysia Gang Show.
We've had want to be a joy, or we might get mistaken for a boy. Oh, so as we go along, we've got a little song. We keep on singing night and day. When all is said and done, we've had a lot of fun that nobody can ever take away. That nobody can ever take away. We have run for 16 years and that's a lengthy test. In those years we've really shown that we have done our best. We bring you hours of happiness and laughter and some joy. We're proud to be a gangster girl or boy. Oh, so as we go along, we've got a little song. We keep on singing night and day. When all is said and done, we've had a lot of fun that nobody can ever take away. That nobody can ever take away. That nobody can ever take away.
Yeah, you must stop and rest for a while. You're starting to overdo it. You know what the doctor said?
Yes, dear. I suppose you're right. I promised to be finished for the children's concert, and well, you know what it means to everyone, especially the children.
Never mind what everybody wants in life. If your health is important, you must be careful. You're not as young as you used to be.
But the toys, they're for the children, and it makes them happy.
It's always for the kids. You're too soft-hearted. That's what you are. Too soft-hearted.
I can't do much anymore, but what I can do brings joy and happiness to the children. That's what's important. I mean, where would we be if our children weren't happy and didn't have any fun? We can't always be happy, I know that. The world surrounds us with sad and unpleasant things, but with toys and games, they bring laughter and put a sparkle into the day. Then we can forget all our problems. Sometimes I think it would be grand to be a child again, to go back to the days of fun and fantasy.
It would take a lot of magic to take you back to be a kid.
Magic? But don't you see? There's a little magic in all these toys, in all the toys that make a child happy. Yes, they all have a little of the toy maker's magic.
Yes, whatever you say, dear. Now, do come along. It's getting late.
The clothes aren't much, I'm afraid, but it's all I can afford. Tomorrow, I'll see if I can buy some new cloth. Who knows? Perhaps it's the toys that have all the fun. I wonder what they're thinking right now. Good night, little fellow. Yes, perhaps tomorrow I'll buy some new cloth.
Hear the clock strike, tick-tock, tick-tock, as we come to life, sitting all day in the same way. At night we come
Well, little fellow, did you do all this? I mean, someone must have done it. Just look at the fine workmanship. It has helped me a great deal, for the concert is on today, and I did want you all to look your very best to make the children happy. Whoever did this, thank them for me.
Toy maker, you made us all with your own hands. You have given so much. From your own clothes, you have given us clothes, and from your heart, you have made us. You've given happiness, not just to lots of children, but to people everywhere.
Ah yes, they all have a little of the toy maker's magic.
Everybody knows about the Boy Scouts, using them in tall and true words. But there have been some recent variations, of which perhaps you may not yet have heard. You see, we dropped the boy from the title, so now you see some scouts with plaits and curls. Because the old Boy Scouts Association has started lots and lots and lots of girls. Everybody knows that Lady Cubmasters were once the only kind of female scouts. We used to be the backbone of the movement, of that there's never been the slightest doubt. Then we became the chinky scout in summer, and coming to avoid your worst fears. Because the moon is brimming full of ladies, with girls scouts coming out of all your ears. You can see that I'm a lady rover. The rovers were the ones that set the trend. They opened up the gates to us young ladies, and that mistake then I can never mend. For though they once did things like search and rescue, and tackled servants work with lots of zest, the boys are now afraid to stick their necks out, because the girls have proven they're the best. Upon its very dainty pair of shoulders, these epaulets are now allowed to wear. Show that I'm a venturer standing, a lady without doubt beyond compare. And though we let the boys be in the venturers, the atmosphere for them has grown quite cold. Because for girls like all the unit councils, the fellows have to do as they are told. A vital chap has always been the group leader. He keeps the scout group firmly on the track. He links the group committee and the leaders. He joins the Scout adventurers and pack. He really is a tall strength for many, as father of the group is known by some. But now that I have taken over this job, instead of father they must call me mum. Lately we have reached another milestone. Till recently it really wasn't time for us to ever hope to leave the Scout troop. But now a joking team are with a John. We definitely won't be busybodies. To join a great tradition makes us proud. But when it can be fed, we will break down. For skinny dipping simply not allowed. Where the girls are strong to find the bastions and break them down we will without a doubt. We want to be the best cook in the cub pack, and we're the best aside of as a scout. There simply won't be
directions plain to everybody. I want to work up through the scouting tree and gain a key position in the movement, as powerful can be. As Chief Commissioner for all the country, I'll make some changes to complete the trend. The rules will all be changed to throw the boys out, and there'll be only Girl Scouts at the end. Though you may not know it, there's another movement makes us bosom so with pride. And though we wear these uniforms of khaki, deep down inside we're each of us a guide. And now you've heard a lot about the story, there's something else for us to tell to you. As soon as we replace the boys, we're going to change our khaki uniforms to blue. Giving everybody else a warning about the certain things of every scout. Men and boys can obviously never recover from a Girl Scout clout.
How can we go on and live a life like this, while others can go on and live a life of bliss? Everyone has cried and gone, and we have none. Now I have to sell the cow, or it will be my son. How can we go on and live? How can we go on and live? How can we go on and live a life like this? Alack, alack, my dear son Jack, I'm old and going grey. Go sell the cow and make my day.
But mother dear, I have a fear. Now's not the time to sell our old cow. What price will we get for her anyhow?
I don't care if the price isn't flash. Just go to the market. We're desperate for cash. We're finding it hard to make ends meet. See what you'll fetch us out on the street.
We're not going to get enough money to last. The high cost of living is rising so fast. But don't worry, mother. I'll work on a scheme to find a way to bring home the cream.
Don't be foolish, my dear son Jack. Just sell the cow and hurry back.
Down at the marketplace where everything is just gold. All your worries and your money are what you need except of. But if it's time and such a rough, then the greatest place to be is down at the marketplace.
Would you like a bit of this? How about a bit of that? Or I'll show you anything. This has never been so glad to come on Peanut Country with a housing like beyond a shade.
How about a sharing pyramid of deal that can hurt?
With the interest rates are high and they're never coming down.
Something has to be done. It's not hard to sell right now. I heard that this retirement might go shopping with a cow. Down at the marketplace where everything is dreamt of. All your worries and your money are what you've been exempt of. But if it's bargains that you're after, then the greatest place to be is down at the marketplace. Let's see what we can do to make a good sell. We'll drag this boy down into our spell. Hello, my fine boy. Here for a trade? Let's talk and see what deal can be made.
Don't give me all your salesman jargon. Tell me your price and we'll arrange a good bargain.
What you need is to grow a good seed, to reap the harvest of all that you need. You watch as it sprouts as it continues to grow, nor your wealth from that will flow.
An investment to grow, to mature and accrue, to pay off the loans when the interest falls due.
Give me a bean. I think this kid's hooked.
You've got this one, Sherman.
Hit's goose is cooked.
Here is the seed that is perfect for you. Believe in this bean and your dreams will come true.
This guy makes sense. He seems so sincere. I'll take the bean and leave the cow here. Goodbye, dear Daisy. She's got a good udder. This magical bean will surely please Mother.
They all believe what I tell them. Nothing is ever too queer. No matter what I sell them, nothing is ever too dear. For they all believe what they want to believe, and I don't believe it, no way, ha-ha. And what they believe is what I don't believe, but believing is what I say. Have faith and believe that belief is believable anyway. So believe and believe, for belief is believing, and believing is here to stay. Aha!
Mother, oh mother, we can wipe the slate clean. I traded our Daisy for this magical bean.
What rubbish is this? You fool, you're being conned. We can't fix our troubles with a wave of a wand.
But Mum, just believe and our dreams will come true.
There's nothing so special that one bean can do.
What's happened to grown-ups? Why can't they believe? Have they lost their ability to dream and achieve? I believe that birds can fly and flowers grow. I believe that people really like this show. I believe that yes means yes and no means no. I believe, yes, I believe. I believe that it's cool to be clear and coke is it. And that if I don't behave myself, I will get hit. I believe that healthy diets are essential, but I don't believe Paul Keating's an intellectual. And I believe I rock like fighting, and in Jaws there's lots of biting. Elvis is alive and living in Dayton. Bowls on TV is so exciting. I believe that magic blooms in every flower, and I'm gonna stink if I don't go and have a shower. I believe without today there's no tomorrow. I believe, yes I believe.
Oh, wow! Look at this! I knew it'd work if you believed that it happened.
My mother's a jerk. I'll climb the beanstalk and see all the sights. I'd better be careful. I might rip my tights. I must be dreaming. A land's in the sky. And look over there, an old castle nearby.
Oh, this is no life for a girl with a plan. Stuck here with a goose and a giant, but not one man. I need a fella to gain my release by plucking my strings to the right musical piece.
You've got no hope of a man round here, way up here in the high atmos country. Oh!
It's lucky it's golden eggs that you lay every time a beautiful tune that I play. So don't try talking, your lines never rhyme. They'll employ anyone to do pantomime.
Holy Toledo! Check out the size of this castle. Moving these doors will be a bit of a hassle.
check out his tights. He's got to be queer. Ah!
Oh, she's beautiful. But that's just my luck. She's half guitar and she comes with a duck.
She's a beautiful harp and no strings are loose. But I'm not a duck. I'm a fat, golden waterfowl. Ah!
Don't believe what you see. I've been waiting for you. Just play the right tune and the spell will undo. Oh, but hark! Here he comes! Jump into this pot!
Ah!
Oh, be careful. The coffee's still hot.
Fee, fi, fo, fum. I've read this script and it's really dumb.
Hey, don't complain. Don't be so glum. You don't have to push eggs from out of your costume. Ah!
Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell the blood of an Englishman. Be he alive or be he dead, I'll grind his bones to make my bread. Go play and lay, I've got no time. I want to get out of this pantomime.
The lights have dimmed. But don't you sweat. It seems like time for our duet. In fairy tales there's always a romantic couple. They look at each other, fall in love, but it's very subtle. And together as one, they are able to conquer evil. Although another problem will arise in the sequel, but in the end we'll always see the bad guys fall. So if you believe in love, then love will conquer all.
You played the right tune. You're ever so clever. So, now I'm yours forever and ever.
Quick, grab the goose and let's get out of here. The top of the stalk is ever so near.
Hold on, you guys. Don't be so fleet. I've got these great big yellow flippers. Ah!
Ah, they've gone. I'd better go. It's the only other part I've got in the show. It's about time, you know, this thing weighs a ton. Making it work makes my arms go all numb. The director had told me them the best that he'd found, but he hides me behind this thing to carry it around.
Don't hesitate, there's no time to talk. We've got to get down this magical stalk.
You've got to be kidding. This stalk's too high. I can't climb with these flippers. I'll have to jump.
No wonder in winter you geese lie south. Any other direction makes us feel down in the mouth.
Oh, look! Here comes the giant! Quick! Chop down the vine!
I'll get up. The blade is still fine.
Stop using your brawn. Start using your brain. Forget your old axe. Here, use this sharp chain.
Oh no, here it goes. Not this bit again. The life of an artiste demands so much pain. Now I can prove I'm not only a meanie. Change of this stock, I'll die as a greenie.
The giant is dead. So what happens next? By the look in their eyes, they're both over excited.
Mother, I'm back and our troubles are over. With my love and this goose, we can all live in clover. Believe in yourself. Hold on to your dreams. Life isn't always as bad as it seems.
Well, here we all are at the end of the show. We'll see you all later. It's now time to go. I don't believe it! I've made up a rhyme! I could do it again! But I've run out of time!
I believe that birds can fly and flowers grow. I believe that people really like this show. I believe that yes means yes and no means no. I believe, yes I believe.
We'll be late.
So, you two want to be in Gang Show, do you? Well, here's your chance. You have an audience and you know the sketch, so go for it.
Had a busy day?
Oh yes, pretty busy. Mostly passing trade, you might say. But not so many regulars as I used to have. I think a lot of them just drop in when they feel like it. You've been busy.
Oh yes, up to the eyes. It's been standing room only for most of the day. Still, only 10 minutes and we'll be closing.
And not before time. What a day. Started off with a woman wanting change for a $5 note.
You always get that kind first thing in the morning.
And when I told her she would have to wait until enough change came in, she got quite huffy. Said she would take her business elsewhere and go around the corner.
Did she wait?
Not her. She said she had a pressing engagement. How long to go now?
4 minutes.
It's been a hard day.
It's been long for me anyway. I've been on the go since first thing this morning. Joe didn't turn up. Something went wrong. I never got relieved.
It's an awful strain, being on your feet all day.
Never a chance to sit down. Even then the seats aren't very comfortable. I get so tired these days.
That's how I feel. Maybe it's just that I'm getting old.
Me too. I can see the writing on the wall.
I wonder if I could pack in right now.
There's still a couple of minutes, you never know. Somebody might come along.
I suppose you're right.
Of course I'm right. There are always people who are going to leave things to the last minute. I suppose it's just human nature.
Still, I'll be glad to get home to a seat at my own fireside and listen to some music.
What kind?
Oh, Scottish music. When I want to get away from it all, there's nothing I like better than the sound of pipes. What about you?
Oh, I play cards. I get really engrossed. And you can be sure my mind is miles away from my job when I've got a good hand, particularly when I get a straight flush at the very first go.
Well, that wasn't too bad. But do you think you could do it again?
Again?
Lot?
Yes, just do it again.
But no one laughed.
Don't worry about that. Trust me.
Had a busy day?
Oh yes, pretty busy. Mostly passing trades, you might say. But not so many regulars as I used to have. I think a lot of them just drop in when they feel like it. You've been busy.
Oh yes, up to the eyes. It's been standing room only for most of the day. Still, only 10 minutes and we'll be closing.
And not before time. What a day! Started off with a woman wanting change for a $5 note.
You always get that kind first thing in the morning.
And when I told her she would have to wait until enough change came in, she got quite huffy. Said she would take her business elsewhere and go around the corner.
Did she wait?
Not her. She said she had a pressing engagement. How long to go now?
4 minutes.
It's been a hard day.
It's been long for me anyway. I've been on the go since first thing this morning. Joe didn't turn up. Something went wrong. I never got relieved.
It's an awful strain, being on your feet all day.
Never a chance to sit down. Even then the seats aren't very comfortable. I get so tired these days.
That's how I feel. Maybe it's just that I'm getting old.
Me too. I can see the writing on the wall.
I wonder if I could pack it in right now.
There's still a couple of minutes. You never know. Somebody might come along.
I suppose you're right.
Of course I'm right. There are always people who are going to leave things until the last minute. I suppose it's just human nature.
Still, I'll be glad to get home to a seat at my own fireside and listen to some music.
What time?
Oh, Scottish music. When I want to get away from it all, there's nothing I like better than the sound of pipes. What about you?
Oh, I play cards. I get really engrossed. And you can be sure my mind is miles away from my job when I've got a good hand. Particularly when I get straight flush at the very first go.
Much better that time. Definitely auditions for next year's show.
But what were they all laughing at?
Thank you.
I kneel in prayer before thy shrine to ask that I, my Lord divine, might be an instrument of thine. O Lord, so let it be. Make mine the hands that work for thee, and thine the eyes whereby I see, that I may serve thee faithfully. My Lord, so let it be. Hold thou the cross before my eyes, the symbol of thy sacrifice, that I may pledge my life to thee and dedicate my all. Be with me, Lord, in all I do, that I may constantly be true and glorify thy name anew. My Lord, so let it be. O Lord, so let it be.
figuring on joining this club? Half these little guys haven't got arms long enough to wrap around the ball, let alone smart enough to play tactics.
Well, look, we've got to join something. My little brother plays with this lot. He came home last Saturday with one black eye, 6 stitches in his forehead, a busted leg, half his hair missing.
Bad income?
Yeah, the girls wouldn't leave him alone for a week.
How did he take to that?
Like Tarzan.
Guess we won't be playing this week with a busted leg.
Of course he is. There's sure going to be some bruises when he starts swinging that plaster around. Going to be like trying to tackle a concrete post.
So I said to Fred, I call him that, you see. Come on, you lot, let's get this show on the road. Move it. Anyway, I said you either paint that front wall this weekend or you spend the entire week in the doghouse.
So what did he do?
He got used to crouching in the doghouse and loved it.
So it turned out to be an expensive lesson then?
You can say that again. Them cans of doggy chow don't come cheap. I can't understand it. No matter how rushed you are, you always get time to cook for the family. What's your big secret?
Well, I wouldn't want it to get around, you know, but put him back in that number 7 jumpier mug. He can't see out of his left eye. How can he play in that position? And you, Murgatroyd, put your brace back on your teeth, or be nailing your teeth to your gums. I'm having a love affair.
What?
With a can opener. That's my secret. How I get the meals ready.
I'm with it now, but for a moment there, the greatest shock since our wedding night.
What happened?
The bed collapsed.
What caused that, Edna?
The beer was stacked on top of it.
Tell the ref. They've just started.
I know. I always throw that one in. Gets the kids going.
Yeah, sort of finishes the ref.
Percival Hutchkill, you let that little beggar get across that line and you needn't bother coming home for your bangers at lunch. Pick up your feet, pick 'em up and ram 'em down that kid's throat. I said his throat. Oh, well, take a few stitches to close that one up. Go on, cut him off. Next. G'day, girl, how's it going?
Oh, it just started.
I see that. First blood should be a good game. There's something I've left off your shopping list, but I can't remember what it is.
Stop him! Stop him! Box his stupid-looking ears in!
Cauliflower, that's it. Percival, grab that wimp. Grab him anywhere. Grab him round the neck. Grab him round the waist. Grab him round the ankles. Grab him, Peanut. Oh, thanks, Edna. You saved me life.
That's not all she saved by the sound of those threats.
You know, you ought to lay off all those peanuts. Not allowed to serve peanut butter at the tuck shop anymore. It's all that vitamin E. Increases your sex drive.
What are you doing, ref? What are you doing? That was offside. That point goes to the Blues. That ref is an idiot.
He's a raw prawn.
He's a mug.
He's a clown. He's my husband.
You idiot ref.
Who called that ref an idiot?
Who called that idiot a ref?
You say that again and I'll pull every single tooth right out of your head.
Oh yeah? I'll rip your ears right off your skull.
I think I'll pick up the pieces.
Well, I don't have to take that sort of thing. I'm taking this right to the board.
Oh, yeah? We'll see about this, Lady Muck.
Oh, dear. Here we go again.
Did you see that?
Sure did.
Well, what are you going to do about it?
There's only one thing to do, and I'm going to do it right now.
Do what?
Join the Scouts. You never see parents there.
dancing our own special way. Let us dance away all through every day. Dance and your body feels free. Let's keep dancing, dancing anyway. Dance in every way. Dancing will make you feel free. Just keep dancing, let us dance away all through every day. Dance and your body feels free. Let's keep dancing, dancing anyway. Dance in every way. Dancing will make you feel free. Just keep dancing, dance all your cares away. Let your body be free. Dance all your cares away, and you'll soon be free. Let your body just feel the flow. Watch your cares and your worries go. Let's keep dancing our own special way. Let us dance away all through every day. Dance and your body feels free. Let's keep dancing, dancing anyway. Dance in every way. Dancing will make you feel free. Just keep dancing, baby. Don't you want to be free? Well, get your body moving, and you will see what it is to be free. Let us dance away all through every day. Dance and your body feels free. Let's keep dancing, dancing anyway. Dance in every way. Dancing will make you free.
My dad, well, he's a doctor. My dad, he's a lot of fun. And my dad, well, he's a farmer.
And my dad's on the run.
But there's nothing better that I can see. And all I ever really want to be is just like my dad. I want to be just like my dad.
My dad, he's a scouter. He's very seldom home. And on those rare occasions, he's always on the phone.
My dad, well, he's a dentist. My dad, he keeps me fed. My dad, well, he's a dentist at work. My dad's the head.
My dad, he's a criminal. He's mean and he wears a gun. He's always chewing liquor, so he's always on the run.
My dad, he's a chemist. His income gets us by. He comes home very happy, or should I just say hi?
The old man is a bookie. He's really quite a rod. He pays out lots of money to ensure he's not caught.
But there's nothing better that I can see, and all I ever really want to be is just like my dad. I want to be just like my dad.
My dad, well, he's a waiter.
My dad, he reads a lot.
And my dad is just the greatest. My dad's hot to trot.
My dad, he's a copper. He's very hard to please. Because of all the inquiries, he now lives overseas.
My daddy, he owns a cellar. He's praised as kind to miss. And the cutting and the combing,
seems to weaken Daddy's wrists. My dad, he's a real good fella.
My dad, he's a real nice guy.
And my dad was just arrested.
And my dad lives life high. But there's nothing better that I can see. And all I ever really want to be is just like my dad. I want to be just like my dad.
Ladies and gentlemen, shall have very much pleasure in wishing you a good evening.
And the same to you, Mr. Interlocutor.
Say, Massa Bones, where's your manners? Can't you see I'm addressing the audience?
Gee, I'm sure sorry, boss. I am so short-sighted, I can't hear when anybody's looking at me.
I'm sure sorry to hear that, Massa Bones. Anyways, tell me, how am your brother?
Oh, I just got this here letter with a black border around it. My poor brother is dead.
How do you know your brother's dead? You ain't even read the letter yet.
Maybe I ain't read the letter yet, but I sure knows my poor brother's own handwriting.
Actually, I just got a letter from my brother. He spells atrociously.
Boy, he's sure cleverer than I am. I can't spell that word nohow.
I'm so sorry to hear that, Massa Bones. Anyways, tell me, how am your wife?
Oh, my wife is in a very bad decline.
What are the symptoms of her decline?
Well, that damn woman just declines to anything I ask her. Actually, she does nothing but ask me for money every day.
What on earth will she do with it all?
I don't know. I ain't given her any yet. You know, when the world was made, there was a day of rest. When man was made, another day of rest. Woman was made, and nobody has rested since. Then they gets married. What is marriage? Simply a rhyme with the word botheration. There's a wedding celebration with rice and congratulations from the congregation. Later on, an increase in population causes jubilation. But as more follow in rotation, he gets into a situation of consternation and desperation. Then he has to sleep on the floor in total isolation until his life reaches a peaceful termination. Then he joins the other husbands in a warmer destination where there is absolutely no liquidation.
Amen. Well, Massa Bones, it's time we had some more music. Is your musical, Massa Bones?
I sure is, Mr. Interlocutor. I'm a very musical man.
Then tell me, what is the most difficult thing on a piano?
The most difficult thing on the piano? Paying the installments.
Actually, I used to think I was clever, because I could play piano with me toes.
Yeah? Well, look at that man down there. He's fiddling with his moustache.
You'll just get right out of here, Massa Bones. Time we had some more music.
Travel on that pathway, oh what a change it has made to me. I got the call says Cinnamon, why you home? Now on the days are filled with mystery, I heard the call and it leads me home. Just like a vagabond once I wandered where I walked alone. Down way up yonder, filled up my days and my heart with song. I got the call says Cinnamon, why you home? Now on the days are filled with mystery, I heard the call and it leads me home. I will cross the river surely, never gonna let that pass me by. I will shout out hallelujah, there is a place for me in the sky. I got the call said Cinnamon, why you home? Now the days are filled with spring, I heard the call and it leads me home. Countdown races may be gone. Oh, you should not say the minstrel show still goes on. Oh, you should not say, although the beats a little bit new. Still got songs of plenty for you, where the minstrels of the rocking decade. Oh, through that day, down the years we've grown you, something ever new. Songs and gags we brought you, down through the years. The fun from the near and Bonny River, we know the way to set you alight. Oh, through that day. Oh, to that day, but the minstrel show still goes on. Oh, to that day, although the beats are there with you, still got songs of play for you, where the minstrels of the rocking decade. Oh, to that day, down the years we've known you, something ever new. Songs and gags are born to you, down through the years. The far from the near and Bonny River, we know the way to set you alight. Oh, to that day.
Every time I feel the Spirit moving in my heart, I will pray. Every time I feel the Spirit moving in my heart, I will pray. Every time I feel the Spirit moving in my heart, I will pray. Every time I feel the Spirit moving in my heart, I will pray. Upon the mountain when my Lord spoke, out of his mouth came fire and smoke. Looked all around me, it looked so fine. I asked my Lord if all were mine. Every time I feel the Spirit moving in my heart, I will pray. Every time I feel the Spirit moving in my heart, I will pray.
Everything seems lovely when you start to roam. The birds are singing the day that you stray, but wait until you are further away. Things won't seem so lovely when you're all alone. Here's what you keep saying when you're far from home. Sunshine east, the sun shines west, but I just live where the sun shines best. Mammy, my heartstrings are tangled around Mammy. Eyes are coming, sorry that I made you wait. Eyes are coming, hope and pray I'm not too late. Mammy, I'd walk a million miles for one of your smiles, my Mammy. The sunshine east, the sunshine west, and I just live where the sunshine is. My heartstrings are tangled around now, Mammy. Eyes are coming, sorry that I made you wait. Eyes are coming, hope and pray I'm not too late. Mammy, I walk a million miles for one of your smiles, my Mammy. Down on the levee, I said on the levee, there's a big bang cheeks tonight. Come on and line up, I say come and line up for the fun ride high tonight. We shall be in for a swell time, once a year it appears, and everybody says that this will be the best in years. There's a river on the Swanee River, and the news is running round. What a wonderful sight that we show tonight for the mixed romantic sound. He's a green with a tambourine, the news goes up and down. You'll be in for a treat when you take your seat for the mixed romantic town. Everybody is going, they'll be waiting their way. All those lead towards the showman, and the showman's waiting for his train. I get used to thinking my existence is a show of white renown. Our instrument, your instrument, come to town. Our instrument, your instrument, come to I'm dreaming of my childhood days, days in the Highland and Glen, remembering my peaceful home, longing to be there again, where once I wandered with my love, sharing each moment of joy. Those leafy glades are calling me, just as they did as a boy. I used to wander by the stream where the cool water ran, planning how I'd roam the world when I became a man. But now that I am far away, never again would I roam. If only I could see again those blue hazy highlands of home. When a man is far from home, far away and alone, then his heart keeps turning back to his childhood home. He thinks of all the happiness in the world he knew, all the many lovely things that he used to do. But he forgets that time has passed, things are not the same. He may feel lost when he returns, may wonder why he came. But no matter how things change, still his heart will find the loving welcome still is there, back with his own kind. But now that I am far away, never again would I roam. If only I could see again those blue hazy highlands of home. happy. At the Highland tree, this is the way to make you have your fling. Up in the Highlands, doing the Highland swing. So that line, make it fine, like a sitting on a porcupine. To make rhythm king. Up in the Highlands, doing the Highland swing. Dances through the night till early morning. This is the way to make it and it's great. Clap your hands, get that beat. Let's do a shuffle on your red hot beat. Doing the Highland swing. There's rhythm in the Highlands and rhythm in the low. Everybody swings it in Loch Lomond. For me and my true love who came to the group. And we're going to zip it up in Loch Lomond. To go roaming, to ride on the true way, and I shall make my way to the dancing, prancing banks of Loch Lomond. The new bells in Scotland are ringing, jingling now. The new bells in Scotland are ringing right now. We've got to get that one, they won't know what to do. So the bells ring in a new way, and the way to never do. Buddy, buddy, ride. Buddy, buddy, ride. On the right foot, on the left foot, never crossing by. You're nobody, you're nobody, you're right.
Wait a minute! What's going on? Come on, you two, backpedal. Right, turn! Have you two been fighting? You two fighting, the inseparable twins, we who thought you were Peter and Paul, Faith and Hope, David and Jonathan,
Stuart and Harrison.
Alright, out with it. What happened? What's the matter?
As far as I'm concerned, nothing's the matter. Not with me anyway. Not with you. You've been goofy-eyed, drooly-mouthed and sloppy-looking ever since last Thursday night. And you know what happened last Thursday night.
Do you mind telling me what happened last Thursday night?
He met Linda Smithers. Linda Smithers. And he's been up the creek ever since.
And do you like Linda Smithers?
I hate her. She's a girl.
She can't help that.
Yeah, but he can. He ditched me to go out with a female. Do you call that lording? I've been his friend ever since we were boys.
And that must have been a long time ago.
We went to the football together. We went to scouts together. We went to the pictures together. And we used to ring doorbells and run away together.
And now?
He's left me. I've been cast off like a dirty shirt. I've been thrown away like an old boot. Just because he's gone cross-eyed looking at Linda Smithers. Well, I like looking at Linda Smithers. She's a girl. So what? I'm a boy, and that means you can't look at me anymore. Well, I can if I have to, but that's different. When I look at you, I see football and goalposts. When I look at her, I smell flowers. You smell, full stop. Thank you very much. I've given you the best years of my life. When you were sick, I brought you grapes. Yeah, you sat by me bed and ate the life. This all started through an ice lolly. Imagine it. I gave him an ice lolly, and he gave it to that woman. Yeah, but you borrowed the money for me to get it. That's got nothing to do with it. Years of friendship flung in the dustbin just because of a couple of sucks on a lollipop. I hope it made her sick. I've worked my fingers to the bone for you. Oh, stop it. You talk like my mother.
If I were you two, I'd go home and take a nice cold shower, stay in it for a long, long time, and then go out and have McDonald's together.
Not me. He'd look at a Big Mac and think it was Linda Smithers. Are you calling my girl a hamburger? I'll bash you if you are.
You know, this is a sad, sad state of affairs. Love comes to us all at some time, and when it does, you never know what it's going to do.
Well, you can see what it's done to him. Just you wait, mate. Just you wait until you get the urge. You'll be walking along the street one day, kicking a tin or something, and then wham! It'll happen. Yeah, and Tim will go right through a shop window. I've read a lot about women, and I know what they can do to you. Cleopatra, Helen of Troy, they poison you, or they have you beheaded. Maybe, but you have a lot of fun before you die.
I think we ought to go down to the chemist and get a large tin of stomach powder. It'll settle you down.
I'm quite content with my life, or it wasn't until last Thursday, but I can take it. From now on, it's all over. I should just start again.
Well said, young man, and to the best of luck.
Like I told you, like I said, from now on, it's all over. I should just start again. Now, how about that? After all he said, he's the same as everybody else. Did you see what she did? She looked at him, she smiled, he's a goner.
I think that's just about the best thing that could have happened. Well, did you get a name and address? Did you fix up a date? Are you all set?
Up in the morning as the dawn first light, I walk out on the street cause there's no time. There's nothing on the footpath to mess up my fun. So look out, surfers, here we come. Away to the left and lean to the right. Spend the time and then you hang on time. Try to handshake when you look at the light. Lean back the corner and escape our time. I sped around the corner, I was doing fine. Curve on my body for the perfect line. I flew in the air with an awful burn. I found my board had hit a start. Away you lean to the left and lean to the right. Spread as hard and then you hang on tight. Try to hang tight when you look at fine. You press forward and escape on time. You should have seen my board cause it's really neat. Cause it's got this little stretch of pioneer street. It's Cadillac wheels and it's plexiglass top. And go past the stripe, it'll never stop. Away you lean to the left and you lean to the right. Spread as hard and then you hang on tight. Try to hang tight when you look at high. You press hard and escape our time. Escape or die!
It's been longer than I care to say, but this feeling still won't go away. You Act as if you really don't care of my feelings. You can't be aware. I am still head over heels with you, and I really don't know what to do. I wish I could take you from my heart, then I could make a brand new start. I am still head over heels with you, and I really don't know what to do. I wish I could take you from my heart, then I could make a brand new start. We were so close there at one stage. You were my girlfriend, or so you portrayed. You were all mine not so long ago. Now I just can't let this feeling go. I am still head over heels with you, and I really don't know what to do. I wish I could take you from my heart, then I could make a brand new start. I am still head over heels with you, and I really don't know what to do. I wish I could take you from my heart, then I could make a brand new start. What can I do to get over this pain? Is this really driving me insane? I am really so torn up inside. I don't know how I will get by. I am still head over heels with you, and I really don't know what to do. I wish I could take you from my heart, then I could make a brand new start. I am still head over heels with you, and I really don't know what to do. I wish I could take you from my heart, then I could make a brand new start. It's been longer than I care to say, but this feeling still won't go away. I wish act as if you really don't care. All my feelings you can't be aware.
Boy, oh boy, you'd think they'd make these windows bigger. These days, it's absolute murder trying to get around to pay off all these kids' teeth. The sooner they get fluoride in the water, the better. Christ, these stupid kids who leave their toys lying around should get a good clip across the ears. And you stop snoring.
What in heaven's name are you doing here? I'm trying to get some sleep.
Don't you complain. I've struggled all the way in here just to give you some money for your crummy tooth.
Well, it's your job.
I don't even get paid for it.
Well, anyway, hurry up and fork out 20 cents. I want to get to sleep.
20 cents? Do you think I'm made of money? 5 cents happens to be the going price.
5 cents? How can you be so scungy?
Don't speak to me in that tone.
Listen, you, hand over 20 cents or else you'll get this hot water bottle poured all over your wings.
Oh, what an uncouth youth. Anyway, since when have you been putting your tooth in your lumber burgundy 58?
Oh, my father came home late from a party and shoved that on the table and said, "Here, son, put your tooth in this."
He sounds like a terrible father.
Yes, all he does is sit around all day telling me about when he was a boy and singing Roll Out the Barrel. Anyhow, you've got off the subject. I want 20 cents.
Listen, I'll prove to you that your tooth is only worth 5 cents. On the top here, you will notice we have a full-size molar without decay. This is worth 20 cents. Full-size molar with decay, worth 15 cents. Next you will notice we have a tooth called the premolar. Without decay, worth 15 cents. With decay, worth 10 cents. Under that you will notice we have a tooth called the canine. Without decay, worth 10 cents. With decay, worth 5 cents. And that, my boy, is your lousy tooth. A canine with decay, worth 5 cents.
Gee, you sure know a lot about teeth.
Of course, I graduated from teeth classing school for fairies. Now do you see that your tooth is only worth 5 cents?
Yes, dear fairy. I'm terribly sorry for any trouble I have caused you. Will you forgive me?
Yes, my darling, now crawl back into Betty Vise with Teddy and sleep tight. And may Queen Mab and all the sparkling fairy kingdom watch over you.
Eustace, darling, what's going on in there?
Heck, it's me grandma. Just hang on a minute. Here you are. That'll be $4.40.
The berries at the bottom of your garden. The life for us is getting pretty tough. So we come along to humbly beg your pardon, to tell you that we've had about enough. But we know that we're supposed to be delightful as we dance and fairy rings to early morn. But how can we be anything but frightful with that awful fertilizer on your lawns? We're the berries at the bottom of your garden.
Each night we like to spread our dainty wings. But now we have a note from the airport to say we need certificates and things.
Oh, it's dreadful to be grounded near your duck pond. It's really time you've cleaned it is, no doubt. From the awful stench that fills the air around it is enough to knock a little fairy out.
We're the berries at the bottom of your garden.
Just where you started lighting smoky fires. Oh, we really thought you might have come and warned us. And what about that fence of rusty wires?
Our little frocks are very quickly damaged, And with gossamer at 50 cents a yard, it's surely even obvious to a mortal that it really hits a fairy pretty hard.
Where the berries at the bottom of your garden.
Just where you throw your tins and broken glass. And we'll have you know that plate you threw last Tuesday, that poor Queen Mat has fallen on that grass.
The cattle that you sacrificed on Friday caught Puck as he was tying up his shoe. It struck him at the bottom of the garden. All the troubles that we fairy folk go through.
Where the berries at the bottom of your garden.
But your garden most profoundly we dislike. We're sorry about the hearts we've got to harden. Our fairy union says it's time to strike.
So we're leaving all your compost and your rubbish. We've had enough of sprays and broken ribs. And in future if you say that you've got berries at the bottom of your garden, it's a bin!
you know you'll find yourself prepared as a dinner. You'll be delicious starting from the heart. My friend, the wish doctor, he taught me what I know. My friend, the wish doctor, he taught me what to do. I know that you'll be mine, but I say this to you. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, wo-ring-ding. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, wo-ring-ding. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, wo-ring-ding. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, wo-ring-ding. High down and the low down when you go down for the zoo. In the moonlight all aglow, get that finger flicking, trickery, hickory, dickory, dough. Go wide among the shimmering trees. Prance, prance, and do whatever you please. Downstairs while the lazy breeze makes you want to mingle with the jingle of the jungle.
An exhibition of Morris dancing. Gentlemen, test your bells.
You all might like to know about this sort of dancers who'll be dancing for you now, because they ain't ordinary.
No, they ain't ordinary.
This is sort of dancers first started in 1602, but there ain't no originals left.
No, there ain't no originals left.
Although we perform as much as up to 5 nights a week, we never have a crossword.
No, we never have a crossword.
Shut up! Now we call on Ephraim, who'll tell you just what we do and why we keep doing it, because no one else knows. Ephraim?
It do fall upon me introduce what you all to out there. So you know what's for all out there, so I'll get on with it.
I'm Gideon.
I'm Fred.
I'm Chester. I'm Ephraim.
I'm Duncan.
I'm Eli.
I'm Harry. I'm Wilkie.
I'm Fanshawe. And I'm in trouble.
Most of them are descendants from their forefathers. I mean, the ones who started all this. Except Eli Phillips, he arrived unexpectedly. Fanshawe's last name is Ork.
hawk with a he.
One of his ancestors was Airy Hawk from Whitcomb Fair fam.
Hawk with a he. Hawk with a he.
Not now, not now.
Penroll's frigate comes from the oldest families in Somerset. And this one who owns the music box, he's our vicar. Keeps us on the primrose path, and he's a very, very good man.
Not now, not now.
Now Fanshawe Hawk with a he will now tell you what we'll be doing for our last dance. Fanshawe?
We now conclude with a stick dance, which is done with our sticks. It's interesting to note that at no time do our feet leave our legs, nor our hands from our arms. Eli, get the sticks. This is a very cheerful dance, and it is very gay. In the old-fashioned sense. So it is, dancers, pull out your sticks.
Where you know you cannot live the way the rich folk live, you can be positive.
There's lots of compensation, and it's yours to pick and choose. Any you need never lose. You are doing alright, although you can't afford a modern farm. For half a dozen houses or a place of caviar. But if you've got bread and cheese and teeth that still can bite, well, what the heck, you are doing alright. The man next door had burglars, and oh dear the fright it brings. They stole some coats and rings, and lots of other things. Said I, although it's terrible, one thought can't be denied. There is a brighter side. You are doing alright, although they're taking nearly all you've got. If they ransack your house and things, run on with the lot. Find a burglar, scared your mother-in-law and chased her off in fright. If they did that, you are doing alright. It's easy to be sorry for yourself and feel regret for lots of things, and yet perhaps we all forget the wondrous things around us and the friends who pay a call. One thing rules it all. You're doing alright and you will count your blessings every day. For there are many blessings coming everybody's way. So if you start your counting every morning, noon and night, you'll soon find out you were doing alright. You were doing alright if you're alive and kicking now and then. There's better times ahead, although you don't know where or when. So as long as you can take what comes, roll up your sleeves and fight. Take it from us, you were doing alright.
The old market ain't what it used to be, Ernie. Times have changed. Nobody wants fresh vegetables straight from the garden anymore. If half the people in the world lost their tin openers, they'd starve to death.
That's right, Charlie. You don't come home to supper these days and say, what's cooking? You have to ask, what's thawing?
Here comes old Barney's story. 94 years, fees a day, and he's still chasing the women. Trouble is, forgets what for.
Evening, Barney. How's things? You look worried.
Worried? I am worried. Rusty Osborne ran over me pig this morning and killed him.
Is he going to replace it?
He can't. He ain't bad enough. You two been to the market?
Yes, and just on our way home. How's your missus, Barney?
Me missus? My missus has been dead for 27 years.
Ah, I suppose that's why we haven't been seeing her around lately. When's the funeral?
Oh, I gave her a lovely funeral, but I kept her for 2 weeks before I buried her.
Why was that?
Well, we've always said we should have a nice, quiet fortnight together, and by golly, we had it.
Let's get going, Ernie. We want to get home before dark.
Nice couple of lads, them two. Known them all me life. Nothing false about them. Except their teeth.
Sure you can get home, Charlie? Get home? I've been getting home for the past 97 years. Through the gate, past the gypsy camp, over the field, and there I am.
Good evening, then. See you next Thursday.
Can I get home? Silly old fool. Of course I can get home.
trying to get over. Let's give him a hand.
Dance, my gypsies, round my campfire all together. Dance with me, come now closer. Gather round my fire, make a circle. Dance with me, with your arms out and your head high, step together. You can dance with me, sing around our campfire. Come dance a gypsy song with me.
Gypsies and you'll see
some harmony to your magic refrain. You'll hear soon your tune in our new harmonious way. Why not add some harmony to your magic refrain? You'll hear soon your tune in a new harmonious way. Add some rhythm to this simple melody. Bum, ba bum 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 bum. For the rhythm, add some magic to the simple melody. Bum ba bum ba bum 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 bum. Add some rhythm to this simple melody. Bum ba bum 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 bum. For the rhythm, add some magic to the simple melody.
Add a counter melody to the tune that's in your brain, and to find that this makes your melody more magical again. Play around with that simple little tune, and to find out very soon why the haunting melody stays around every day. Add a counter melody to the tune that's in your brain, and to find that this makes your melody more magical again. Play around with that simple little tune, and to find out very soon why the haunting melody stays around every day. Why the counter melody to the tune that's in your brain, never makes your melody more magical again. Play around with that simple little tune, and to find out very soon why the haunting melody stays around every day. Why the haunting melody stays around every day.
Friendship will remain, but now it's adieu.
So it's goodbye till we meet again. When you hear our happy refrain, may the skies of blue shine over you. Join me now and together strengthen friendship.
That's been a game show, it's been a fun show, as we all believe. We are sorry that it's over, now it's time to live. We like to say and listen, all we need. Our friendship will remain, but now it's adieu. Our friendship will remain. for in the distance I can see a great new day is dawning in the 21st century. Yes, I'm looking forward to the future. It's about a dream of putting the reality. Like a mighty marine will roll along. Our dream now is bold and strong, and will build now until it's fulfilled, and the world will be filled with the sun. Gee, I'm looking forward to the future. In the distance I can see a great new day is dawning in the 21st century. Yes, I'm looking forward to the future. This is but a dream, I'm putting the reality. Yes, I'm looking forward to the future. Now I know it's not a dream, we'll make it a reality. I know it's not a dream, we'll make it a reality. We pray for the peace and goodwill to unite. We pray for the love of thy guiding light. We pray that our paths may lead us to a way of joy and friendship true. Hush of silver on the scarlet scarves we wear, for the golden days behind us are years we have loved to share. So long we've been together in times so rich and rare. Now there's silver on the scarlet, and my heart is filled with joy. For the scarf is a sign, and the scarf is mine, where all gang show girls and Why are we dressed in this cheery array? What is the song in our hearts? What are the memories that cover our way? Why such a glorious start? We know the signposts that point to the road, making the best of each day. Nothing the pathway for all to share, out the broad highway. Out in the rain, boys, or out in the snow, out in the sunshine, wherever you go. There's something more we fellows know. It's a wonderful life. Whether in highlands or down in the dale, over the river and onto the dale, behind along the rainbow trail. It's a wonderful life. When you're out with that discussion, you're as happy as you do. If you're trekking in the meadow or there upon the roof, in the autumn or the winter or the summer or the spring, it's a most remarkable thing. Out to the gang, boys, journey you through, back to the nation waiting for you. To find your every coming true. It's a wonderful life. It's a wonderful, it's a wonderful, it's a wonderful life.
You certainly have. And congratulations, there wasn't one balloon burst before this. Well, there's not much to say, it's an end of another season. Didn't it go quickly? Aye? Here we've got, what, 9 months to wait till we start again. Well, that's for you lot. For Huey and his team, it means they're probably starting tomorrow night.
They've got a week off.
A week off, have they? Oh, he's being generous in his old age. But once again, gang, terrific show. Fantastic. two things stuck in my mind the whole way through. One was, and you probably don't know this, but when the sod dance is danced in the Scottish regiments, it's meant as a celebration of victory. And I think you can safely claim that your sod dance tonight was a celebration of victory and gang show for the Sunraysia gang. The other thing that sticks in my mind is the very last song you sing in gang show every year. And gee, it is a wonderful life. It's a wonderful life being a guide and a scout. It's a wonderful life being in these wonderful organizations. And it's absolutely wonderful with all the friends that we make, not only in our own gang, but with all the other gangs throughout Australia and elsewhere. And of course, tonight being our final night, we have our brothers and sisters from the other gang shows who've come to see us. In other words, tonight you've been judged by your peers. And I'm going to start inviting them to come on and tell you, and I'm sure they'll be honest, because it's one thing we always are in gang show, we're always honest with each other. And I'm sure they'll be honest in their criticism or their praise, whatever they may like to say. Now, the first person I'd like to call forward is a man who has assisted us over many, many years. Unfortunately, it's not Kira, who couldn't be with us, but it's another gentleman who has given us a great deal of support over many, many years. He also happens to be chairman of the National Performing Arts Board for gang shows, and I'd like to invite John Hardy. John?
Thanks indeed, gang. A little earlier on tonight I really had a great privilege, and that was to thank two members of your gang and to present them with certificates to recognise the years and years and years of service that they'd given to gang shows. One of those was John, who said a moment ago that your friends from other shows will be here tonight to judge you. No, we didn't come along to judge. We came along to enjoy ourselves and to enjoy every minute of it, and that's exactly what we did. And thank you very much indeed for all of that. I'd just like to remind you of one thing. In November this year, in London, a big celebration will be held. And that celebration will commemorate 60 years of gang shows around the world. It was 60 years since Ralph started it, and a whole team of shows from all over the world will be getting together in London to remember that day back in 1932, as you did tonight, because you showed us what scouting and guiding really are all about. Well done indeed to every one of you. Well done. I look forward to many more shows up here. Well done.
Thank you very much, John. Before I call any more of the people from other shows along, I think it is only right that I ask my opposite number in guiding to come forward, the Regional Commissioner for Guides in Sunraysia, in other words, you girls in blue, your boss, to come and tell you how proud she is of you. Okay.
Thank you, John. Welcome. I'd like to thank you, gang, again for a lovely show and season this year. To those of you who have just started on Gang Show this year, congratulations, you did a wonderful job, and I know you're looking forward to coming back to it next year. To those of you who are more seasoned players, congratulations too for carrying on the wonderful tradition of Gang Show. I thought tonight was absolutely great. It was a beaut show. I thought the dancing and the scenery was beaut, the costuming was superb, and all in all, thank you very much for a wonderful show. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you very much, Kay. Now we're going interstate to one of our sister shows. I'd like to ask Dennis Hanker, the producer of Adelaide Gang Show, to come forward and give you his comments. Dennis.
Thank you, John. Thank you, gang. What a great night. It really was a fantastic night. I tried something different tonight. I brought my family with me, and all the way from seat J22, wherever I was sitting, to the wings, I had little whispered comments up from 9, 11 and 13-year-olds saying, I like this one, I like that one, this was good, didn't do that, they do that well, and you really did. And that just proves that tonight you had a show which appealed to everybody, from the very young to my age, and presumably to beyond my age. Well done indeed. I don't normally pick out individuals, and I promised over the years I wouldn't do that, but tonight I'm going to, because it brought back memories. Many, many years ago, I sat at the Adelaide Theatre and watched my younger brother perform Getting Over for the first time in Australia, and I thought then I'd never see anyone come anywhere near that standard, but gosh, whoever you are, tonight you got awfully close. Well done.
Now from interstate, we'll come back into Victoria again. The main show in Victoria, I won't say the best one, the biggest one, because we know who's best. But we're honoured tonight too to have a representative from Melbourne Gang Show here tonight, and one of the production team in Teague Rook. Teague, would you like to come forward? And
well, you certainly showed us up tonight. To say, no, I agree with him. This was the best show that I've ever seen. Fantastic. And I have to agree with Travis that it was a fantastic performance of Getting Over, whoever it is. Where is he? Good man, good man. How many bruises you got? Enough? Yeah, good on you. No, once again, fantastic. I've never seen a show that catered for so much. Scottish Highland dancing, Morris dancing, bagpipes, fiddles, everything. Unbelievable. So thank you very much. And I'm a bit ashamed that not many other Melbourne Gang Show people came down to see the show, or came up, sorry. It is a long drive. It's the first time I've ever made the drive, the 8-hour drive, but I will be making it again, don't you worry. Thank you very much.
okay, we've got one more. We're going back interstate again, back down to Adelaide, this time to north of the Torrens. I don't have to introduce this bloke to you. No. He's another one that's been coming around an awful long time. He must be nearly as old as I am. Yeah, definitely as old as I am. Anyway, I'm not trying to upstage him. You can look forward to his performance. Ron Barnes from Comedy Capers. Ron.
What to say? I love the finale. Do I love the finale? You cut out all the bull that you see in other gang shows where you go through 20 minutes of listening to all the songs that you've done for the last 2 hours. We did that about 5 years ago, and I dread seeing shows these days because I know I'm going to have to sit down and watch that long finale. Well done, Hugh. Oh, God, you made the finale for me tonight. It was wonderful. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Yeah, a couple of points. Pigtails, are they in this year? Hey, plants. Hey, the wife was, she was with it, but the boys with plants? Oh. Fellas, you have a problem. You have a problem because the girls' voices were coming over much louder. Is it there's more girls than boys now? Do you know the words better than the boys? Have you got bigger mouths than the boys? Sweetheart, you were in Miss Brown and Miss Suzanne last year, weren't you? Yeah. Do you know how I recognise you? That beautiful smile you have. As soon as I know that girl from last year. Boy, your face lights up. Back to the show. Ha. Scenery in that dance number. That was fantastic. I like that. That really hit me. And the slickness of the changes backstage. Well done, backstage. You did a marvellous job in supporting. Really slick. Yep. I like the dancing. I I personally, I like the dancing better now because you're using more the top part of your body, not the bottom half. That routine in the dance number was excellent because you're using the top. Not tricky because I watch the tops of people. I don't watch their feet all the time. So watching the top, I see the movement. It's good. I love that too. And the Morris dancers, I've seen that so many times. And the gate, yeah, I must say. I thought, no, they won't make me laugh. No way. I've seen that so many times. You did. You scored on there. Morris dancers. I like that. I've enjoyed myself. Well done, gang. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ron, and thank you to all our welcome visitors from the other shows. Well, now there's only one thing left, and I'll hand over to Hugh to obviously pass out lots of nice things to you tonight. He's smiling, so you're well in front.
Area Commissioner John and distinguished guests and visitors from other shows, thank you very much for your kind comments and your words of encouragement and praise. I'm sure the gang, wherever they are, on stage, behind the scenes, have truly appreciated your very nice words and the fact that I think they also did a wonderful show and a wonderful performance. I think it's a tribute to their own dedication to their own organisations of scouting and guiding. As part of our gang show's success, we reward our cast with a series of awards, logies for pretty good efforts throughout a performance or a particular item, an Oscar for an outstanding performance for a night or for a season, and we are supplemented by 4 additional awards through our sponsors McDonald's, who contribute along with some encouragement awards, 4 lovely medallions which I'd like to present. They're very hard to choose this year. As it's already been indicated, our show has catered for all tastes and it was deliberately designed to be a pretty show and to hopefully cater for somebody who's the youngest in a family as well as the oldest. And because of that diversity, it's been very difficult to single out any individual, except for an occasional mistake where it's been an accidental blunder. They've been the quickest and the easiest to find. But we do have 4 special awards to present. The Most Improved New Cast Member of 1992, a Most Improved Girl, a Most Improved Boy, and a Most Outstanding Backstage Crew Member. I'm going to start with the Most Outstanding Backstage Crew Member. And this is a person who gives 110% of his effort the whole time that he's been at rehearsals and with the show. Whenever there's a little thing wrong, it's fixed as quickly as possible and you never need to check up. But to Brad in the audio department, Brad Kite. I know Brad can't come down and personally collect it, but thank you, Brad, for all your work and effort. And many of you would have read the program. Brad is also on the production team as an assistant producer. The awards for the Most Improved New Cast Member were not as easy as you might think. We have a lot of new cast in the show, boys and girls, and it was very, very difficult to single out. So much so that even when the production team sat down before this particular performance and we thrashed it out, we could still only narrow it down to a few names. And I decided that the decision would be made on the performance of tonight, and I'd like to present to the Most Improved New Cast Member, Charlie Kidmenick. Okay. We also have, not to be outdone for those people who have been in the show for more than their first year, the most improved girl, and it's really hard. Again, we narrowed this down to 9 people, and it was very difficult, but we've come up with Hayley Hampton. Hayley? Where is she? Can you come and get it? It must be just about one of the littlest. Congratulations. And the most improved boy, again, was a very difficult choice, with senior and junior cast trying just so very, very hard. But so we looked back just a little bit beyond just this show and this season, and looked for the whole rehearsal season, and decided on sort of a recount, if you like, to give it to Matthew Benson. Okay, we also... John to do this one. Okay, we also would like to encourage our patrol spirit, and we do that through running a patrol competition, which includes everything to do with gang show. If you do something nice, you score points. If you earn an award, you score points. If you do something that's not so nice, you give points to the other patrols, and so on. And all bribes are taken into account. The bigger bribes get the best points. Okay, but it's really down to hard work and teamwork and the spirit of your patrol. And we have a shield, which was instigated by Kira McKee, because he was impressed with the way that Gang Show here in Sunraysia operates on a patrol basis, and how we do as much as we can on the patrol spirit of Baden Powell. And so he presented us with this lovely shield. And over the years, we've had different patrols win it, and last year both Cyclops and Neptune jointly won it. And no, you're right. Okay, but for the second time in 16 years, Kira's missed our show, and of course he's not here to present the shield itself. But I'd like to read the award points out, and we'll start with the lowest on 3,185, followed by Cyclops, 3,195, Athena, 3,220, Pandora, 3,290, Atlanta, 3,315. These include all the awards too of this afternoon and tonight and so on. Thor, 3,355, Venus on 3,400, and Pegasus on 3,515. So would the Pegasus patrol leader come out, please? The PL of Pegasus. Oh, we can have the whole patrol, I suppose. They can all come out. I might add that this is the 4th time Pegasus have won it. Yes. And the only time a patrol has led right through the rehearsal season, right up to final night. So congratulations. No, it's the first time. We look back on some of the records, it's the very first time that somebody has started winning right from the first rehearsal. Okay.
Go.
Show your shoulder. Okay. Well done, fella. Congratulations. Video of the show will be available, I think, by the reunion, so those of you who have ordered it and so on. Remember, it's on September the 4th, and all the details were on that little notice that you've got. After show party, supper at 2nd Mildura, not where we rehearsed at St Andrews. Second will during 12th Street, down by the Recreation Reserve. The junior and senior girl dancers know exactly where that is. I've been there a few times. Okay. We also have the Backstage Ken Wright Shield, which is presented to the team of backstage workers, and this was instigated last year by Ken Wright, who was our area president of scouting here in Sunraysia for a good number of years, and his annual award for the best support department. And without this particular department, you wouldn't be looking so good on stage. So to make up. So, there we go. Thanks, Ricky. We've got two little presentations to make and then I'll present the Oscar. First of all, Marlene, I think some girls have got a presentation to make.
Okay. We'd just like to thank the one person that has helped us right since September last year, who has picked us up from school every Wednesday night after school and taken us to the Second Wilderness Scout Hall and rehearsed with us every dance routine we've learnt in this show this year. And Jeannie, we'd like to thank you very much for all your work.
While I'm here, I would just like to thank you all for putting up with me. I'd like to thank all the groups for putting those extra rehearsals and the boys with Morris Dance for giving up this Sunday. Thank you all very much.
John Hardy. John, are you still... We have another presentation tonight. I was surprised, come shocked by a very special dinner, and that's why I was a little bit late and we missed our call before the show. I knew you'd be broken-hearted. However, at that particular dinner, which was a surprise dinner for those of you that don't know, there were a few presentations made, and one of which was in appreciation of 21 years of service to Sunraysia Gang Show. And John, would you like to come forward and make this final presentation? I think the other person is still here.
He is. Wally Ditchburn. Where are you, Wally? Good man.
Grant there somewhere? Come here, you. Not many people are aware, but we went to John Douglas's place down by the co-op, and we made scenery 21 years ago. Grant was there as a cub, and he's been in the show as far as I know, just as long as me. So, as far as I'm concerned, this is a family show. Okay?
6 months in your house, 6 in mine.
One Oscar, the pinnacle of an acting career. Okay, well, it was really hard to choose two, and it was, if we could have had 76 of them, we would have given them out, because I think tonight's performance, you all excelled, you smiled, you were happy, you sang, you danced very well, and I was very, very proud of you, in particular in the finale, because I think that does bring a lump to anyone's throat, not to mention the eyes. Okay, it was really very, very hard, but Matthew James. Like father, like son, eh? Okay, well, that's Gang Show 1992. Unfortunately, good things have to come to an end and we have to clean up. We bump out almost immediately before we go, which is a very cheery thing. The party, as I said, is down at 2nd Mildura Scout Hall, and all our guests are more than welcome to attend if you'd like to. We'd be happy to see you there. Eric? After parade you can. Okay, can you all be upstanding, please? Okay, duty patrol ready. Okay, gang at ease. Gang alert. Bow your heads, please. Okay, remember tonight when you do eventually get home to kiss your
Mommy, good night. Brush your teeth.